Thomas Hardy novel Kate Bush is back with a brand new release in mid-October entitled The Sensual World. And it's her first release for a brand new North American record label, CBS Records. A lead-off single, the title track, should be in your stores round about mid-September or so. Helping her out on this particular album are the likes of Alan Stivell, David Gilmour, plus also Eberhard Weber.
Prick up your ears. Her album, The Sensual World, is finally going to be out in our country. It should be out in stores next week. Now, there's a really funny story around this one. EMI tried to keep it all secret so as to heighten the hype. And then they sort of blew it because a whole shipment of her cassettes were put into Beach Boy cassette covers and shipped out to stores all over London. Of course, fans caught on. Everybody kept buying this Beach Boys cassette. And EMI finally realized, had the gall to say, can we have them back, please? Of course, nobody gave them back, and the secret was out.
So I guess, in fact, if in the British charts, the Beach Boys album goes zooming up, we'll know why.
The charts, and nobody could figure out why.
Kate Bush fans buying it. Now, on a...
The original words to this were taken from the end of Ulysses by James Joyce, from Molly Bloom's speech. Word for word, the paragraphs just fitted to this piece of music that we put together in the studio. And unfortunately, they would not give me permission to use the words. I tried very hard, and they just didn't want me to use them, and it's absolutely fair enough. That's their prerogative. It's a very rhythmic piece, something that I wasn't terribly aware of until we put it to music, and it is so percussive. So trying to keep some form of thread of what the original piece had been, I worked around the words, making them rhyme and sounding similar, but obviously so as to not get ourselves into trouble. And sort of turned the story into Molly Bloom stepping out of the book, out of her speech, into the real world. That for such a sensual woman in the book, stepping out into the world where she can actually touch things and go off for walks in the sunset, and so sort of taking the character Molly Bloom and turning her into a real person.